Welcome to the number one tech difficulty show in the Pokemon universe. I am the podcasting Joseph. I've got so much tech issues built up inside of me. My ring manager is Joe, the Embrace the _horde. Yeah.
Howdy ho.
Oh my God. Actually, tonight's not tech. It is internet-based woes. But oh my goodness. I have to edit 2 not safe for work comments out of the Patreon bit. So if you don't know, if you're on Patreon and you subscribe to the show and pledge your undying loyalty and all the silver briefcases you can get, my brother, then you can get the pre-recorded, the pre-show that we do. Tonight's not that interesting. A lot of dead space because I got a phone call. Then I had to walk away from Joe and reset my internet. But hey, that is not what we called to talk about. For the last 2 weeks, we've been gone. Joe, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. It sounds like you've really been dying to talk Pokemon. You're just really amped for tonight.
Yeah, that do I get my Oscar for that acting job? I'm tired, man. I'm like the first thing that went wrong. I'm like, I'm not. It's not funny, Joe. And then we even reset. I just went and reset my internet because I tested it, speed tested it, things were off. Then I come back and then you're telling me a robot. I'm like, I quit. I just want to go home, and I am home. That's the bad part. So, well, no, we have some things to talk about. We got some good responses to our discussion, which was coming up soon because we are going to talk about our experiences of the last 2 weeks. I'll go and jump in. I've gotten a number of great raid invites from the amazing Paul Puck, and I think Paul must play with not another account, but like a wife account or a brother account or a kid account, because Mizzou Tiger is always with Paul Puck.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's his alt account because he's from. Okay. Yeah, he's from that area.
He's from Mizzou.
He's a Mizzou.
That's not a place, Joe. You hit. Come on.
Mizzou is a school.
Yeah, I don't know what Mizzou is, honestly. I thought it might be short for Missouri or something.
Missouri University, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Mizzou. All right.
Mizzou. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Missouri University.
Yeah, Misery. No, you said it right. Misery.
Misery.
I'll say the one time I was in Misery, it was miserable. But that had nothing to do with the state. It was the people I was with. So, but yeah, I got a number of raids with the new Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Toco Bird, or whatever it is.
Tapu Coco?
Tapu Coco! Yes. I got a number of, I think I got all the new Buddy Boys, except for one. So, they gave us the when you first log in, it's not field. What's the first one? Time research.
Today,
today,
and field and special.
Yeah, so today, they gave us that catch all these newbies, and I went to do that, and all but one shadow, and that shadow had this real interesting, like red, almost nucleus type symbol next to it. The shadow did, and that's the only one I haven't seen, and now my game's not loading. Woot!
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Joe?
So this past week, unlike you, I participated in the Johto event, and it.
Okay, no, real seriously though, I've heard that it was kind of not good.
It was fine for me personally.
I read something. Carry on. We got other people's responses and whatnot.
Yeah, so it was fine. It was an event. It was what it was. So I did a bunch of raids, got invited to a bunch of raids, got some Heracross, some Corsola, some Ho-Ohs. I think the biggest problem with the event in general, was there wasn't hardly anything new. Like, it was just an event. There wasn't really a whole lot to get excited about. There are people that were expecting a lot more shinies during the event. I ended up with 3 shinies, I think, during the event, or 4. One of them is one that everybody got. It was a reward, the red Gyarados, because
red or green or whatever. No, it's silver or gold, wasn't it?
No,
What
well,
was
gold Magikarp, but then red Gyarados. Red
what'd you have to
Gyarados.
pick for college? You had to pick a team to start with.
Yeah, silver and gold. Yeah.
Okay, so I did get that right.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I caught a handful of shinies. I did a bunch of raids with people. They gave you several free remote raid passes. But yeah, all in all, it was fine. There were unknowns. There was a bunch of Team Rocket stuff to do. I played either passively or actively for most of the day between going to kids' sports games and things like that. And we even took a brief trip to a park. Most of it I was doing on the go as we were doing other things. And so, yeah. And then they released more Alolan Pokemon, and we'll talk more about that when we get to the sources. And so, been catching a bunch of the different Alolan Pokemon as well, and Tapu Koko. Got invited to a couple of those raids. I need to get myself a Rockruff. I've seen a couple of the raids nearby and just haven't had opportunity to actually stop. I've been in transit going to somewhere else. But yeah, and then there was like right when they flipped the switch for the Alolan thing, there was just a ton of Alolan executors, and I was like, "Whoa, freaky palm tree dragon, get out of here!"
Not dragon.
Except he is a dragon type. The Alolan executor.
There is no dragon in this world that looks like it could get whipped just by tripping over a curb. Yeah, scorpion, if you will.
Oh man,
so you know what, Dooley, that is not going to be. We've made it
that coconut dragon.
Suggests rock off technical difficulties, which has been a title at least once a year since we started this show. And no, not me, not the router. It is Comcast.
Yeah. I don't have a high opinion of
Comcast. You
Comcast.
got about Comcasting the wrong Pokeball or something. I don't know. So it looks like you got a nice golden executor there.
Yeah, I did get a shiny Alolan executor, a shiny coconut dragon.
Dragon. Yeah, I got a lot of Lowlands around me right now. I just popped in. Well, actually, no, these are all, no, none of those are Lowlands. I take that back. I got Ducklet. That's cool. Yeah, so I didn't sign up for the Johto event. I don't remember, honestly, if I played that much with it at all. They did release, what is it that they released? Before the Alolan event, we got a bunch of new shadows, right? Like you just got to Rowlet. That's new. Okay, you didn't get it. You failed. So you casted the crap out of that. Slow getting missed. So what
Rowlet is part of the Alolan event that's going on.
So are all
they released a bunch of new Alolan Pokemon.
Okay, they are Alolans. Okay.
Yeah, so we had Alolan forms.
Okay, that's where we
before.
Like, well, aren't you supposed to be regular stuff that looks different?
Yeah, so they had released Alolan forms, just like they've released Galarian forms, but we don't have really any Galarian Pokemon other than the Galarian forms. And so now they're getting around to releasing the actual Alolan Pokemon instead of just the alternate forms, the Alolan alternate forms. And so that's what's popping up.
Pick a peppers. Ha! Did it. Young Goose. I know I've already candied a lot of this. Flababy. Rowlet. I hatched a Monferno this week, which is always good. I got a Rockruff. You want to trade? Too bad you didn't give me a Slurpee. No trade for you.
It's not a 7-Eleven yet here. They're still working on it.
Pop Leo and Litten. I got the Litten. So yeah, there was one. So they, as they flip the switch, I'm looking at your screen to see if you have that shadow that I didn't get. But on the today for the Alolan event, you had 6, 8 shadows to get. I got all of them but one. And
was it the one you had to evolve?
Maybe. Is that
because there was one with a weird symbol next to it?
Yeah,
that means you needed to evolve.
In what freaking language and what freaking multiverse does that mean you need to evolve in?
You had to evolve Young Goose into Gumshoes.
Yeah, I kind of thought it might be something like that, but he's a mad little weasel.
There's some people that think he looks like a certain politician.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So it was cool to get shadows. Like I said, Paul Puck invited me to a bunch of the Tapu Kokos. There was a number of raids I was invited to that I missed by 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Those little things. I think I raided with Mr. Tambourine, which I was very surprised by. But I imagine it's because I did him a favor the last time we were on the air, and I translated your trivia into Alabama to where he could understand. So I think he just started inviting me to come play with him. Like, I got you down here, my roll. So yeah, we got you, man. But I got a lot of generic stuff.
Speaking of Rockruff, White Mamba's got my back.
Yeah, somebody invited me to a Rockruff, and I did it with them. I would like that instead of that whole caught in Tokyo, Japan when you do a remote raid, which is fine. I mean,
it said who invited you.
Yeah, I'd like to add that. Rated with, and it's the person who invited you or something, or invited by or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, right. Because then I can remember who all invited me. And again, I do appreciate everybody who sends the invites. It doesn't always. It notifies me. It doesn't always make an audible notification. Maybe I have it on mute, depending on what's going on. But yeah, there's a number of them that was just like 2 minutes ago. You missed this raid. I'm like, thanks, phone. That's awesome. Although I did, what did I do? I did pull up my gotcha and then went to a bunch of different areas. And actually, putting my glasses up. Actually, I went to Atlanta this past weekend. Was it this? No, it wasn't this past Saturday. It's 2 weeks ago Saturday, because we would have talked about Johto on last week's show. So last week I ended up having to stay at work until about 7:38, which got me coming in obviously later than the show starts. Then Joe, you weren't feeling too well, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Is it because you became best friends with Phil and all of a sudden your body's life? I totally understand that.
Yep, exactly. That's 100% what happened. My body had to adjust to the awesomeness.
Somebody's kissing some Philadelphia butt. But yeah, no. So what else you got? Anything really cool that happened this week?
Well, I'm about to catch a Rockruff, so that's pretty awesome.
Man, that sounds like something you don't want to catch. Like, you got the COVIDs? No, man, I got a Rockruff. We're both catching things right now.
Well, why don't we? Let's hop on over to the Discord. If you want to participate in the discussions on our Discord, you can head on over to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast to get in on that. That's the surefire way to get in on the experiences of the week when we talk about it. You can also hit us up on Twitter as well, though that's hit or miss whether we remember, to be honest.
I'll go look. I'll go look in here in a second just to see. But typically I see the notifications pop up. Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Of the 5 million people who listen to the podcast, if you don't want to talk to us, that's okay. All right. Just appreciate that you listen.
All right. So I believe, this is the start.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got the King of the Shinies. Right? What's that?
Is it? Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't look at it last time. I think
back to February 26th, because it was 2 weeks.
Got it. King of the Shinies.
King of the Shinies. Living up to his name with 9 Shinies from the Johto event. Or no, he said 21 Shinies from the Johto event, but he's just showing 9 of them here.
Scroll down, there's more.
Oh. Yes, there are. Okay. So we've got
21 more, but there's more.
Cyndaquil, Cleffa, Miltank, Gyarados, 2 Yanma, Totodile, Hoppip, and Poliwhirl. And then Magby, Teddy Ursa, a couple of Larvatars, Chikorita, 2 Houndours, Sneasel, Porygon, just a whole rainbow of shiny Pokemon. Pretty awesome.
Did he taste that
awesome.
rainbow is the real question.
So he got 21 from the Johto event. Yeah, those Skittles, nom nom nom. But yeah, he got way more shinies than a lot of people got from the Johto event. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the shiny rate, but I mean, it's clear that shinies were definitely available if you played as hard as King of the Shinies, as Nolte.
Well, you know, the king of getting my back has got my back again, and I got another Rockruff I can go to. So that would be Coach Kev. But Kittens and Knives grinded. It's spelled right, but it's one of those words that sounds weird. But 10 hours. Walked 10 miles.
Ground hard?
Hard? Yeah, I don't know.
He was grinding hard for 10 hours and walked 10 miles. He says, this is all I got. So showing off shinies from Johto, ended up with 8 of them, including a shiny unknown. So that's pretty sweet, in my opinion. I mean, he says this is all I got, but shiny unknowns are pretty rare, yeah. And then said he got a shiny Sudowoodo while on the bus, but his gotcha got it first and it ran. That sucks. When you click it with the gotcha and then click it in the game too, and then you're like, oh, it was shiny. Please catch it, please. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Oh.
But I got him a nice shiny Charizard card. So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not shiny, but yes, that is a beautiful. That is a beautiful Charizard V-Star.
Popeye 705 did 39 Corsola raids and never got a shiny. Shiny rates were horrible. You know what? Let's go ahead and preface our topic of the week, which is how was your Johto event? Because everybody's report is how their Johto event was. But yeah, shiny rates. Popeye said shiny rates were horrible compared to the past events. Although, he's showing all the plain Corsolas. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so 9, 10. He got 10 shinies.
Yep.
I mean, they're decent enough, I guess. But yeah, I understand the disappointment. Kittens and Knives wanted that Seadra bad and Hitmontop, which of course you got 2 Onyxes, Dolphin, Porygon, Miltank, some other stuff. So it's cool.
Yep.
Popeye. Oh, see now, come on, Popeye. How can you be hating? He's got all 4 shiny forms of Deoxys.
Yeah, so he's got 2 speed forms and then attack, defense, and normal.
No. He's got 1 speed form that's so fast it looks like 2. Come on, Joe. Catch up.
Oh, my bad. At least I think that's how it is. Maybe I'm mixing them up. Because that might be the normal form he's got 2 of. Anyway, he's got 2 of one of them.
I can't believe you just steamrolled that great, well-crafted joke that I had.
It was a great Doppler effect. Really great. Terry. A speed mirage, I believe, is what the term is that you were looking for. Terry has spun over 300,000 Pokestops.
And in breaking news, water is wet. That's absolutely achievement. But I mean, it's Terry. Does that mean you just did it on this new account? Because Terry plays all the time. And so, honestly, I mean, that is still a massive number, but it kind of seems a little low for somebody like Terry, in my opinion.
Now I'm curious to see how many I've spun. I'll have to check it afterwards.
I've spun like 5.
Actually, I'm going to check it right now because I'm curious.
You check that. Duly noted as...
He's visited 10 times as many as me.
Still 30,000 is a solid number. Gyarados, he got him a shiny Gyarados.
Meryl, and Mischievous, and Snubble, and Echo, and Miltank.
But Dooley failed at getting a shiny Tapu Koko.
Well, it's not out yet. But
logic. Nobody cares.
That's a pretty nice Tapu Koko. 15, 14, 15. Pretty nice indeed.
Yeah, duly noted. Name is
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, Donald Trump. I got decent Ho-Oh. Wait, that's the new
That's the Apex.
the Apex Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Yep.
King of the Shinies. See, you know, I'm not even reading that, Nolte. You just rubbing it in at this point. Just slam down all the Moltrezes. Yeah, Cubone.
I'm really jealous of that Riolu, to be honest.
Here's where this game has messed me up.
I like that shiny Riolu.
So, there's this brilliant orchestra conductor named Andre Rieu, and out of Europe, and his whole orchestra is amazing. It's funny. It's just great music. For my wife's birthday, we went to see him last night, and for the life of me, I never could remember his name correctly because I kept wanting to say Andre Riolu, Riolu, whatever it says. So I was like, "Holy crap, he's not named after a Pokemon," and vice versa. So that's how this show and this game have ruined me
forever.
Panic
ruined forever.
Actually says they had a great week. Lycanroc as shiny, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Butterfree,
that's really
Silcoon.
Cool. Yeah, that Suicune is. Well,
yeah, Suicune does look pretty nice.
Brawler,
yeah, there's 15, although we can only see 12 of them. Does he? Yeah. Oh, he does include the other 3.
Evolved the Torracat, or did he? I wonder if he caught the Torracat or he evolved. It says caught. So he caught the Torracat.
Well, I'm sure he evolved it.
He evolved it.
Yeah.
Out of Mayretta. What does Terry say? No hundo, but got 3 zeros.
Oh man, 0% IVs.
What is this? What is that? Camo? Is Joe? Is Terry a communist? We didn't know. I've been watching a lot of America in Color on the Smithsonian Channel, and they hunt for communists. And I'm just saying.
Yeah, Camo O.
Yeah, this is a family-friendly show. We can't have communist crap on here.
But that's the Pokemon's name.
Okay. Sure. And is not communist. I can tell you. Kids and Knives got a hundo Litten, which is nice. What is this? Decidui? How do you say it? Decidui. Because it's EYE. So it's got to be Decidui.
Decidui.
And that's a very scary looking owl. Like you can't see his face. Yeah, that's a Jedi owl right there.
Well, he's part ghost type. So he should be at least somewhat scary.
Primarina. What does Primarina evolve from?
Prima Ballerina.
I haven't seen that.
No, that's Poplio.
Incineroar has to be the Pokemon of the show because that dude is all about this is the Pokemon GO Podcast. I am Incineroar. My finishing move, however, is the Splashdown. Honestly enough, because he's fire. It's funny. But so what is Incineroar? Was that's
Litten's final form?
Really? That little cat turns into that dude?
Yes.
Now we're getting some Pokemon that I like. I can ride that all day long.
Now we have Charles's new favorite Pokemon.
Maybe
Incineroar.
Kids and
the Macho Man Incineroar.
Gives and Knives needs to tell me when they're gonna go out so I can go get that stuff with them. There's Primarina by Dooley noted. Holy man, we missed 2 weeks. It's like 5 hours of updates. I love the community. Don't get me wrong. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Dooley, I haven't looked at the PvP matchups, but apparently Primarina is extremely good for Master League, is what Dooley's saying in chat.
All right. Speaking of, so our good friend Dennis Robinson sent in Dennis Farino. I don't know Dennis's last name anymore. I'm tired. Dennis sent from Botch Podcast sent in some audio. Fine, he's letting it build up for way too long, and 20 minutes. 20 minutes is what he sent in. So what we're gonna do is put it at the end of the show. both for the Patreon version and for the podcast version. So we'll finish the show, and then before the music comes up, Dennis will come in and talk about it. And he warned me, he's like, yeah, it's like 20 minutes wrong. Because one, he let a lot of stuff build out he wanted to talk about, but also he's saying he is not very happy with the new PvP season and the PvP rewards. And he actually wasn't really happy with that's who told me, because I talked to him last Sunday. He wasn't really happy with the Johto event either. So stick around at the end of the show to hear his thoughts on that. Lycanroc looks really, now that's a pocket monster right there. That looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, he's a werewolf. So
yeah, he's a emo werewolf with that little poofy hair in the front. Pure evil. They named their Snubble as a Shadow Snubble. Pure evil.
Granbull. It's the evolved form. But yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Shiny Rockruff has defeated me. I'm tapping out. Nulty gave up.
Yeah, so after catching 100, after doing 100 Rockruff raids,
wow,
he didn't get a shiny. He said he's given up on it. So I guess he's not the king of the shinies anymore.
Hey, he is. Just because you're king doesn't mean everybody bends the knee. You gotta show his boss.
Rockruff's like, you're not the boss of me.
I think you need to send some of that Australian summer over to Niantic and show him who's boss. That's send some summer, send some drop bears, and send some of those spiders, and Niantic will give you your shiny.
And then Terry ended up with a hundo. Why am I blanking on this guy's name?
Shieldon?
No, it ain't Shieldon. Cranidos. It's Cranidos.
Okay.
Hundo Cranidos. Dooley with a shiny Mandibuzz. That looks like something straight out of the Flintstones.
It does. Absolutely. Pokemon Go. Oh, where you gonna catch a Mandibuzz? Hey, I pulled it off. Moving on. Rockruff shiny. Oh, Terry's rubbing it in on the King of Shinies because he got a Rockruff shiny. He posted it in just mere hours after he gave up. King of Delta gave up.
Man, I kind of want to do a playthrough of one of the games and just using dog Pokemon. Sorry, just a random thought.
Wait,
anyway,
here's another random thought. Dooley Productions put in the chat that Charizard V-Star is worth about $25. What we talked about, we saw the card earlier. Fun fact: United States government owns a $50,000 rare Charizard TCG card. Skipping that, someone misused their COVID business loan to purchase a Charizard card and had to forfeit it to the government. Besides, you can't trade it from prison. Well, that's crazy. I bet you they'll go up at auction somewhere. I wonder if somebody's going to get it for less than it's worth. That'd be cool.
Or it'll mysteriously disappear into the pocket of one of the government workers.
Yeah, wow.
And then we've got from Kittens and High Fives, Jangmo-O, which we were talking earlier about Kamo-O. Kamo-O is the final form.
That's not the name. Now, see, I'm telling you, he named it that because Terry's got some of those.
No, he named it that, but it's the final form's name, the Kamo-O.
I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if Terry invited me to a raid, and for some reason, it turned up from he's inviting me from Russia. I'm just saying. Nothing? All right. So, yeah, got a number of these new OOOs.
And then Kittens and High Fives is rubbing it in again. Second shiny Rockruff.
Sorry, Nulty. Now you feel my pain. Everybody loves to troll a hero. Yeah. Mr. Tambourine got this shiny shadow, and it's
Teddy Ursa. Yeah, the lime green Teddy Ursa with the red eyes. Rawr.
Popeye's got Jingo Momo, a shiny Rockruff. Looks like everybody got a shiny Rockruff.
Except
there Nolte got it. Today. Nolte got expensive puff.
So he lied. He didn't give up. He continued the struggle.
He didn't say give up. He just said it beat him, I think is what he said.
That's true.
I said he gave up. So, I can put words in your mouth. That's my show.
Kittens and High Fives, the shiny young goose.
A little pinky boy. Pinky in the brain there.
Pinky and the brain.
Well, there you go, and everything went well there. Man, there was a lot of new Pokemon, some of which I have yet to see. And those OOs and the well, I got the Littens. I just need to catch more Littens or get the more candies or whatever. But the OOs and the Primarinas,
Yeah,
and
well,
are all those Alolan forms?
you'll end up seeing a fair amount of South Pacific tribal sounding names because Alola is based off of the Pacific Islands, Hawaii, and stuff like that.
All right. So our question, which a bunch of people talked about already, how was your Johto event? Joe, we're going to hit you in a second here, but I'm going to go to Anchor.fm in Spotify, where we put up the poll, or put up the question 2 weeks ago. And if you want to answer these questions, there's a couple ways to do that, right? You can go to reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast, which Joe's pulling up those responses right now. You can also listen to Spotify, which is free, and answer the question there. Or as you hear on the show when we ask the question, you can call in a speak pipe and go to PokemonGoPodcast.com and doing the speak pipe tab on the right hand side of the screen. Or you can, of course, hit at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitter. So on Spotify, we got Zachman saying, meh, had to prep for an out-of-town work trip that had a church event the second half. Got a shiny Spinarakto, so got that going for me, which is nice. Pokemon Master says, I caught shiny Lugia, so that's really cool. And then Renegade Defentum 3752. It was okay, I guess, but considering that I paid for the gold ticket, I only got 5 shinies, which is weird because I had incense on all day for the entire event. So far, not a super stellar response back, although Pokemon Master is excited about shiny Lugia, which I understand. I cannot. You can't not with that name.
Secretly, it's Zenzaloo.
Oh no. Don't make me read Zenzo's Dead to Me. Joe, what'd you get on Reddit?
All right, so over here we've got a response from Dooley. Said, I had fun. I took the morning to get a lot of exercise walking around in the area where I usually do community day. Lots of gyms down the street. All famous movies. This is Culver City after all. I played gold on my main account and silver on my second account for the trades. Why not? And used the dual catchmon to mostly auto catch on the secondary and a little bit on the primary. I completed all the tasks except one. I just needed one more Pokemon, a Cyndaquil, to complete all the Explore quests. A few cool shinies, which you will see in the Discord, and we did. And I got a ton of exercise. I went home for lunch and to relax for a couple of hours while auto-catching on both, and then went out for an evening walk. All in all, my smartwatch recorded over 20,000 steps for the day. Now, onto the after tasks. With all these hundreds of mons to catch, tasks to complete, etc. All in all, a fun day in great weather, getting exercise and catching them all almost. Yeah, I think I missed out on 2 of the quests. One because I didn't have anyone near me to trade with, so I couldn't get the silver Pokemon. And then there was another one that I missed by like 1 Pokemon as well. So, and then we have Budget Bar 1123 says, I spent the day in Highlands Park in Chelmsford. Was all right, but 3 shinies over the entire day was a dramatic letdown.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. They should really, for these paid events, I think they need to crank up the shiny rate a little bit more.
Well, as an assumption, obviously, but I kind of assume that they did. Because you go to Pokemon Go Fest.
They might be cranked up a little bit, but I think they should crank them up even more. We all know how you love little percentages.
I used to get in arguments about how 20% is a low number. Oh no, you understand?
You know what?
It's a huge number. No, it's not. It's still 80% chance to fail. But Pokemon takes that to the extreme.
Let's make that the discussion for this next week. Do you think that for paid events like this, that Niantic should really crank up the shiny rate. Crank it up a lot.
Yeah. I will definitely talk about that. I'll hold and save it. Man, I got 20 gifts to give away. I'm so bad at this game. Oh, walking and all that stuff. So Dennis was talking to me this weekend about how he does play events like this, and he has a spot in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, that he drives to. He's got it mapped out that basically he can start at one spot and just hit a ton of Pokestops and walk around this park or whatever and getting everything going on. And by the time he's done with the day, like the 5 hour, 6 hour day or whatever, and he's back, he's walked like 6 to 7 miles and got it. I was like, man, that's awesome. Is what that is. But it's just crazy talk, man. I don't think, Joe, I'd argue that even when you and I physically went to Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago, we didn't walk 6 miles in the day. You know?
Yeah, probably not that much, no.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got a million sources to get to, so why don't we go ahead and take our quick break, and we will get to that. A lot of them will probably be just PSAs and go read it yourself, but we're going to let you know what's out there.
Whatever. Joe can't stand it. Bye, we'll be back.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, I think that'll be it there. I'll wait for this advertisement to go away. Looks like a horror film.
A horror film.
I'm not a horror fan. Are you a horror fan, Joe?
Not especially. My dad was a real big fan of horror movies. So I watched stuff that was definitely not age appropriate when I was younger.
Here we go. Nope, that's not going to work.
Pika, pika, pika.
Well, that was Pika. I wasn't expecting it to get longer. I don't know what to tell you. All right, well, that was the short return in. All right, Joe. I feel like this is one of those things like, oh, this is doable. Then you let go and the whole page falls out and there's 50,000 more Pokemon originally found in the Alola region are coming to the Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Brother.
And they're like, hey, here's Alolan Executor. He's been around for a long time. Have fun with it.
Right? Like, what's what we got?
Our favorite derp that shouldn't be a dragon. Here you go.
Oh, I mean, not even evolution makes something so top heavy that they would kill themselves by head injury just by tripping over a banana peel. It's just crazy. But yeah. So you've gotten how many of those so far?
I've got a ton of Alolan Executors. I think I've only got the one shiny though.
All right, tagging in to pin this one down. Exploration dates update coming to Pokemon Go.
Oh no, I lied. I've got 2 shiny Alolan Executors. What? Sorry.
Woo. Right, as we've been getting ready to bring more Pokemon to the world, Pokemon Go during the upcoming season, we've been thinking about the state of the game. We always look for ways to make Pokemon Go even better. We want to let you know about some upcoming changes, and they want you to go to Dev Diary. All right, Joe, I'm scanning through this. I'm not seeing the point of it. Season of Alola. Here we go. For the season of Alola, we'll be increasing the number of extra daily free raid passes that the trainers can receive. Additionally, the stationary incense bonus will be removed. But a new bonus. I'm reading it this way because I'm processing as I'm reading it to see how I feel about it. But a new bonus that increases incense duration from 60 minutes to 90 minutes will take its place. You just have to move.
Yeah, so
while people are moving, will not be changing.
I also want to. Our next one, our very last source in our list, talks about this change in the incense effectiveness. A lot of people are very upset because Niantic is again not living up to promises that they've made in the past in previous statements. So Yeah, Niantic. They would never forget stuff that they promised us. They would always remember, right? And so back in November of 2020, so, 16 months ago or
And
so,
the before times, actually, it's not.
back in the day,
That was the COVID.
they told us in an announcement that they specifically mentioned, we'll give at least 1 month's notice before they change the quote unquote temporary bonuses for incense
All right.
effectiveness.
So it takes effect March 1st. This was released. Hey, technically, it was a month's notice. If you say it was February and the next month was March where it took effect, because they announced this on February 28th. So they gave us a day's notice.
Niantic apologist? Why are you listening to Uncle Hanky? Why? Stop it. Listen to the players.
He has not been villain of this. He has paid all of my insurance for the year. I have to protect him.
Yeah, so the announcement came out, and there were 3 hours, if you lived in New Zealand, between the announcement and when the new changes came into effect. Now, if you were in Pacific time, you got roughly 24 hours notice, but that's not a month. Niantic.
No, it's not 30 days by any means.
So so they're cutting back on effect, and I don't get this. I know that they want you up and about, and they're trying to get us to go back to playing the game how they want us to play the game, which is dumb. Everybody knows that when it comes to video games, you don't, especially something so open-ended like this game, you don't force a play style upon people. You just don't on games that are so open-ended. And it's dumb. And Dooley does pose a good question in chat. Says, what's the difference with a month's notice versus this? And I get it. Effectively, it's their game. They're going to do whatever they want to. It's just, I think it's mostly people are angry because Niantic is constantly saying stuff and doing something completely different. So after all the stuff that they've promised in the past, and then they keep reneging on it. I mean, where's their task force on this? Huh, Niantic? Where's the task force? We haven't heard anything from the task force. They were supposed to meet like monthly, but they put out that small PR crisis with the task force, and then they haven't done anything else with it. At least that's what it seems. So
I know this was just a quick typo. I do them all the time, so I'm definitely not mocking you, Dooley. I just thought it was a great word. They're just playing devil's advocate. They're picking and choosing the one little things that they want, like a la carte. Advocate. Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Joe. It is a trust factor. Don't say it if you're not going to do it. That's just the only thing. Yeah. What would you really do differently? Nothing. You're going to play the game or you're not going to play the game. At the end of the day, you can say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am, or thanks, I had a great job when you work for somebody else. It had nothing to do with this. I just thought I'd throw it in there.
Well, and then in the comments in here, someone points out, just wait until they nerf the remote raids, because they've already said, when remote raids first came out that their current price was temporary, that they would be increasing the cost. There is going to be a lot of backlash since this quote unquote temporary price has been around for almost 2 years now. Niantic just needs to forget about this temporariness, and they just need to accept that this is the game now. That's my opinion.
I mean,
if they don't, then they're gonna lose a decent chunk of their player base, is my guess. Of course, the hardcores will probably stay in unless they're specifically trying to make a point, saying I'm dropping because of such and such.
I don't care. I don't hear any of that whiny crap on not TikTok, Twitter. Well, I'm leaving the game today. why do I don't play the game for you. I don't give a crap if you believe it or not.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
when they reduced the interaction distance, there were a lot of higher up, uh, more
More
prominent players.
notable.
Yeah,
Yep.
they were like, "I'm not playing the game now." I'm like, okay. I mean, you played the game because that was the only reason you played the game. I mean, I get that they were trying to make a stance, and I do like that they reverted it back. That we've got the interaction distance back. But to be honest, that wasn't a deal breaker for me if they had kept it the shorter distance, personally. So I mean I definitely prefer the longer distance, but like I said, wasn't a deal breaker. Um,
I don't know that's a deal breaker for anybody, honestly. I mean,
it,
well, it was for them, I guess, but in
yeah,
reality, like, well,
is this
you know,
the
the
hill you're
other
gonna die on?
no, I mean, yeah. You want to ask us like, Dooley Production says that they raised the cost of remote raids and I stopped doing remote raids. Hear Us Niantic is the title they suggested, and I get
Well,
that.
Hear Us Niantic was the hashtag that all of these
Yeah,
prominent
yeah,
people were using. Hear Us Niantic when they were going on
yeah.
their little mini rants.
Sometimes that works, but in reality, is you can only vote in America. You can only vote with your dollars. I mean, that's just what it really feels like. And Schwarm is in here, um, and there's just not enough people who give a crap to quit the game to vote with their dollars worldwide. I mean, that's the thing, worldwide. Okay, so let's say everybody quit. Well, you're not going to put a dent in their millions, if not billions of dollars in profit. You know, not per month or per year. You're really not. It would take honestly the game breaking and not being functional for people to actually stop playing it enough because they make so much money at it that yeah, okay, let's say it's a very I don't know who would be a very famous and influential creator for this game, but they go to their YouTube channel, their TikTok, whatever, and go, hey, no, I'm out, and everyone else needs to leave. And let's say they somehow convince their entire audience to leave. No one creator that plays this game has enough of an audience to put a dent financially into Niantic's pockets.
Yeah, we got to go full Newsies on them.
You want me to be Christian Bale? I'm not getting the reference here.
Well, that was they protested against the newspaper people for raising the price on the papers. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, out of context, and some of our listeners are probably too young to get the reference anyway. And well, you're not too young, but you just didn't get the reference.
Disney, I'll be honest with you. I know Newsies. I've never actually watched Newsies.
Oh,
really good.
Yeah,
and it's on Disney Plus, so it doesn't matter how old you are or young.
And it's got Christian Bale.
And it's got Christian Bale, very young Batman, right there. It is very weird though. He's like, papers 5 cents. That was off. That was really off. But he grew up to be Batman, so it worked out. So, I mean, Dylan, you're not wrong. It's just it is a trust factor. Honestly, I just don't trust anything Niantic says. It just is down to either I play it or I don't. So all right, moving on here. We got March content update. The season of Alola. Yeah, we know that new raids is more. So yeah, the season of Alola is here. Community. Oh, okay, Joe. Here's some controversy for you. How do you feel about March's Community Day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Community Day. Oh, Community Day.
And so I'm not negative about it. I'm not positive. I'm neutral. And when I'm neutral like this, it's like, are you don't want us to care about Community Day anymore? It's Sandshrew, by the way, if you didn't know. And it's both Sandshrew and Alolan Sandshrew, which I know I got them a long time ago. I don't really pay that much attention, but have they become more rare in the game to where this is any Community Day can be a good one? I mean, if you need that candy, you want that special move for PvP, whatever. But it just seems like another weird one for 2022.
Well, and it's especially weird because we already have Sandshrew's shiny. So it's like,
yeah. Okay.
Come on, people. Give us something that we actually care about, like something with an unreleased shiny. Where are our pseudo legendaries? Like they haven't given us a pseudo legendary Community Day in, it feels like, a long time.
What help me remember, what would be a pseudo legendary?
A lot of not always, but a lot of times it's the dragon that's in that current generation. So, for instance, the Komo was a pseudo
Oh,
legendary.
good one. Good one. No, don't time out, Dooley. That was perfect. Nightbot. This is the one time I disagree with that. Nightbot usually makes me laugh when they tag somebody. Froakie Community Day with Ash Greninja is what
Okay,
we're suggesting. That is a great suggestion, Dooley.
yeah, that would be good. That would be really good.
That would be the sweetness. How about you just launched all these new Alolans? How about throwing something that we can't get yet into Community Day as an Alolan, right?
Yeah, or one of the Alolan pseudo legendaries, like Komo O's first form. What was it? Jenga O? Jangmo O?
Django Unleashed. Is that what we're going here?
Jenga?
Jang
Jangmo O.
Wood Block O. No, yeah. I mean, you're right. I'm stretching for the jokes here. Um, we got Welcome to Alola. We know we got the Festival of Colors coming up March 15th to March 20th, and Lush Jungle from March 22nd to March 29th. And it's going to be kind of interesting. So, right now to the 15th, we got Tapu Koko, which I thought was a very cool uh, Pokemon. Then the 15th through the 22nd, we're going to get Therian Form Tornadus, possibly shiny. And then March 22nd to April 5th, we're going to get question marks that are shiny. What?
Apparently. Well, not necessarily shiny because the stars aren't next to that one. It's
I don't know. You're right. So
you know what? You know what it's gonna be? The question mark one.
What?
Weedle.
The question.
Okay.
Weedle's got to be the 5-star special raid.
Yep.
That would be brilliant.
It's gonna be a buff Weedle.
It's it's gonna take down all your Bidooms.
You know what? They just need to surprise us in April with a Kecleon Community Day.
Wait, I see what you're doing there. If you're into the Mega Raids, you got Venusaur, Lopunny, and Charizard Y as your megas coming up.
Why? Because some people like those Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I still yet to this day have not done a Mega Evolution because I just don't. Not that being negative and saying I don't see the point, is I literally go, oh, well, I just feel like I'd waste it right now if I did a Mega Evolution just to see it. And then when I'm going into a remote raid, I just take whatever team they suggest for me. I don't think about trying to back out, do them. I mean, okay, if you get into the raid lobby, can you Mega a Pokemon, or do you have to get out of the lobby to do that?
I don't know. Chat, do you know? Can you Mega Evolve while you're in the lobby?
But we're gonna move on for a second since there's usually a delay on the stream. But yeah, that I'm definitely looking forward to that answer. We already talked about raid hours, which is Tapu and Coco, and then Therian Tornadus, and then March 23rd and 30th. We don't know. It's question marks. There for every Monday in March, you've got your one-time purchase bundle containing a remote raid pass and other items for one Pokecoin. And then the breakthrough encounter is Alolan Vulpix, which is honestly, and possibly shiny. And I will say, of all the Alolan forms that were of regular forms that we got like this one, the Vulpix got the Alolan form, that's my favorite. Alolan Ninetales is one of the prettiest Pokemon I've seen in the game. I think that one's really cool.
Okay, and chat is a resounding no. You cannot Mega Evolve in the raid lobby.
Yeah, I didn't think so, and since I never trust what I think, I just don't do it. But I felt like, okay, so with the raid lot, when I get invited for remote raids, I would have to back out, Mega Evolve, because it's one of those you got to jump on, right? You don't know if you have 80 seconds or if you have 10 seconds before they cut it off, right? Because it doesn't tell you when you get the invite. You just jump in as fast as you can. And sometimes I get in, there's plenty of time to clean up my roster or power up somebody or whatever, for whatever you can do inside the lobby. But yeah, that whole I'm just not going to do it on a remote raid. Pop out, mega evolve, and pop back in. So for me, it's been I just haven't done it yet. So at some point, I mean, I would like to see what it's like, but we'll get there. Spotlight hours. We've already had Cubone with the shiny. We've already had Execute with the shiny, which was my wife's birthday, by the way, March 8th there. So we've got coming up. Nobody here on the show gives a crap about this next.
Screw you!
We got the Growler coming up with 2 times Stardust.
That's like the perfect community day, or I mean, perfect spotlight hour.
For you, it would be the perfect community day as well.
Growlithe with a chance at a shiny with double catch Stardust.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Snap it to a sim jump. Susu Studio is coming on March 22nd.
Pseudo Wudo.
You know, I haven't seen Paris in a while.
Well, you know, you got to fly to France.
I've been trying to talk my wife into it. She doesn't want to fly that far right now. Other new visual updates were released in March for gyms and Pokestops. These in-game locations will now be visually different depending on whether you're within 40 meters, within 80 meters, or out of range. That's purely visual. I kind of dig that. To be able to look and see, oh, I know how close I am to the Pokestop within the circle without just trying to see where that circle goes out. That's kind of cool. I can dig it. Can you dig it?
I don't want to.
Five-time Pokemon World Champion. Welcome to more Pokemon from Alola with the season of more Alola.
Yeah, basically it's just all the stuff that we've been catching lately. So
that clown seal, man, that's scary. You know what?
That Poplio?
That blue, yeah. I'm not calling him by a serial killer name. That blue clown. Because what he did was he killed Party Pikachu and just wears the freaking hat on his face. No shame. No shame. You're my hero, Poplio.
Oh, man.
Of course, you know, you got Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Pick-a-Peck, and Yungoos, with Yungoos being the shiny. I've caught all those except the shiny form. The Tropical Collection Challenge, I got all of them but Gumshoes, and I didn't realize. I kind of thought it, and let's be real, I could have texted Joe. I could have gotten into our community at patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, which will take you to the Discord, and said, hey, what does this thing do? I was the filthy casual. That's on me, because I could have completed that collection and gotten a collector's medal and 7,000 XP and 15 Ultra Balls. That's not bad. I probably should have pushed that through. Looking at these raids, Joe, is there anything that pops out to you as exciting? Okay, I've got one that pops out to me.
Which one pops out to you?
Oh yeah, you got your Rockruff. Alolan Graveler. I have one. I forget that he's there. It's like, oh, that dude's like that's like the Danny DeVito of Pokemon. It's hard to look at. I dig it.
The Danny DeVito of Pokemon.
Yeah. And then field research tasks will get you Pick-a-Peck and Yungoos. I cannot honestly believe I've gotten that Woody Woodpecker's name correct every single time.
Pick-a-Peck.
And then more season. You really had to give me 10 headlines that say season of Alola, Joe.
You're welcome.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing to me here?
All the headlines. We've talked about most of this. Yeah.
Hey, where's my Toucan Sam?
What?
There was a Toucan Sam on this freaking trailer that they're playing.
Oh yeah, it's not in the game yet. So basically
arrows. This is not Legend of Zelda. You're mixing up your games, Niantic.
The main thing to take away from this source is that every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks, they're going to have a new special research. The Melee Island special research I thought was kind of boring, to be honest, but it's there. Have fun with it.
I do like when they do their videos. I appreciate that headline, but not all the extras. Okay, more community day stuff. So we're going to do in-person community days now in select cities around the world. This I will go ahead and tell you, like we did with the Go Fest, Joe, when you came down, and we met that cousin from Alabama.
Read chat.
Okay, let me find where to chat. Toucan Sam.
Well, so pick a peck evolves into Toucanon.
Toucanon. I just want
Pick a peck of pickle peppers evolves into Toucan Sam.
If I evolve into Toucanon and I don't get cereal out of it, I'm quitting this game. I'm going on Twitter and going, I'll quit this game. I didn't get my cereal from evolving Toucan Sam. I'm out. I just follow your sneak. Dooley does all the catchphrases from the commercials. I love it. All right. But Joe, we're talking about doing Community Day. It's Sunday, March 13th. So I don't imagine you'll drive down and hang out with me. You know what? If on March 13th, which is this Sunday, I'll put up 7-Eleven, I will come and we'll do this Community
It's
Day.
not open yet.
Oh, well, blame them. I would have come, but, it's them. They're not doing anything much in the U.S. They just spread out all over the world where you can have in-person celebrations. And in the U.S., it is in Indianapolis, Indiana, and Oakland, California, and Washington, D.C. And then there are a number of places around the UK. PL's Poland, I do believe. Mexico, India.
DE is Germany.
Really? I would not. Okay, that wouldn't.
Well, because DE Germany is Deutschland.
Yes, it's Germany in English. It's Deutsch. Yeah. All right. What's AT? Do you remember that one? Not Austria.
I'm not sure.
I apologize to the world for not knowing all the abbreviations there. So yeah, there's of Asia Pacific region as well with special lists. I clicked on it. Can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can translate this thing. Okay, it translated for me. So they're calling this the Mouse Community Day in Asia Pacific, and you can get a Pikachu sun hat, an original key ring. Okay, I'm an idiot for key rings. I don't know why. I don't really use them when I get them unless they're like carabiners or something. But the fact that you can get a key ring by going to one of these, that's pretty cool. Taipei Don Forest is where it's going to be. In Taipei, Taiwan. All right. So that's the one for Asia Pacific. So there's only one location, it looks like, in Asia Pacific. But still, what do you think, Joe? Fun stuff?
I mean, I'm not going to Indianapolis, Oakland, or Washington, D.C. to participate in these live events.
Yeah, man. Washington is way too close to those botch boys. I can't do it.
It's true. It's only like 2.5, 3 hours from those botch boys. That's way too close. They might get drunk and hop on a train.
Yeah, they might. Don't threaten me with a good time. There's a new Festival of Colors coming up. I saw the in-game news pop up today. They're like, oh man, we just got a bunch of new great Pokemon. Now we're getting a bunch more. Not really.
You don't want the cheerleader bird?
One more. You're gonna get one more that has a bunch of colors. I want the blue one that's got the feather chopsticks going on.
Actually, the feather chopsticks. They're fans. The feather fans.
Okay, Joe. We'll move on. Sure.
Oricorio.
Yeah, Oricorio. They're not feather fans, buddy. They are absolutely 100% towing that line of Asia Pacific, and because you got the power style, which is what you would think of the Islander.
Oh, you're talking about like the hairdo chopstick things. I was talking about the hands. We're talking about two different features.
Everybody, oh my goodness. Bale. Bale. I don't know how to say it. I'm murdering it, but
it's pom pom.
English would be Bale. No, it could be Bale. Bale. I don't know how
Pow
to say
style.
It.
Sensu style.
So we're gonna get the cheerleader. Not out of all four ranking for me: Sensu, Bale, Pow, and then Pom Pom. But we're getting the
Pom 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 Pom.
You know what? I mean, we deserve it.
I told you. Aren't you excited for the pom poms?
Let's go with no. We'll see what happens.
Based on
And
your
I know you said
location.
skip it, but I'm just reading this headline anyway because I think it's cool for all of our fans and that speak the Turkish language. There's now Turkish language support for Pokemon Go, which is always great if that's what you needed. So very, very cool. Okay. We've got 4 speak pipes. So let's go ahead and get to it. Here, let me refresh so I don't hit play to have it spin forever. Hey, I got 50 Young Goose candy. Now I can evolve. Oh, I can't. I have to evolve during the daytime. Now, here's the dumb thing. I know it's nighttime where I am, but the little sunshine has a check mark past next to it like it is daytime. All right,
well, that's just the weather.
What is that alarm? Oh, I said it to do a speak pipe. Oh, hey, Charles and Joe. It's Barry. Hope you're doing well. When are y'all coming out to Chicago? Love the show. Bye.
Look, Barry. I maybe this year, honestly. My wife and we have some airline tickets basically that need to be used by November. And we're looking for like an epic date weekend where we just get away. And my wife, now I don't know if I'm talking to go to Chicago because she really wants to take her dad. Because she obviously you've met her, Barry, and she would love to come hang out with you and Madam Barry. And, and she hates it when I call her that. I'm going to so pay for that when I see her again. But yeah, that is on the list of possibilities. So would love to do that. Joe, when are you going to Chicago? They haven't announced if they're going to do a Go Fest or not this year.
I assume they're going to do an in-person Go Fest with how much they're like, hey, get out of your houses and do activities and stop just using incense. So
yeah,
I assume they're doing it because they've been announcing live events and now they're doing the community day lives. But my guess is they will do a hybrid one where where you can play wherever you're at, and then they'll have host cities again, and Chicago I guarantee will be on that list again. I wouldn't mind going up for Go Fest personally.
I'll be honest with you. Now we go Go Fest is held in the spring, early summer, which is like the perfect
usually
weather.
like June-ish.
Yeah. So it's like the perfect weather. When we're up there, it's not too hot, not too cold. Even when it rained, it was fine. I very much enjoyed our trips to Chicago, and I really do, Barry. Damn me, Barry. I have to now rethink my epic. Don't you look at me, Joe.
And we got to get some deep dish pizza.
Yes. Oh God. Right. I have some near me, and it's good. It's like that jonesing you get for Stardust. You just taste a little bit of Arcanine candy, and then you use that instead. It does the job, but it's not real deep dish.
And then what was that sandwich? The Italian beef or whatever?
Italian beef with Giratina on it. Oh.
Anyway.
Oh man. Yeah, we gotta go. But Joe, one more. I watched a bunch of TikTok, right? They have food TikTok and all these. There's like all kind of different TikToks you can watch.
I mean, if you can imagine it, they've got a TikTok for it, pretty much.
Right. And this one channel does a bunch of different places in Chicago to eat. And I sent it to Barry, so I'd have to go back to my text to pull it back up, which is the easiest way to find it. But they had this pizza pot pie. Barry. Is that as good as it looks? He went, oh crap, I forgot it was over there. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go eat some now. I'm like, oh, you. But good for you. All right, we got another pursuit pipe. Here we go.
Hi guys, I just want to tell you about my experience of the week. A stunky spawned in my yard, and my Growlithe went after that stunky. And by the way, this was around 4 o'clock in the night because I fell asleep and left my dog outside. I mean, excuse me, my Growlithe. And, I heard him barking, and really works, man. That stunky really makes quite the odor. And I've not washed my Growlithe 4 times today, and still no luck.
That's rough, buddy.
That thing that the stench lingers for 24 hours is no joke, dude.
Hey, take it from Team Rocket. Tomatoes. Just pelt him with tomatoes. You'll be fine.
Finally, a use for, I mean, it's not a tomato, but finally a use for a Alolan Executor. Wash it in the coconut juice.
So I do feel bad for you. That's rough, man. Rock rough, as you said, Joe. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, here comes your old pal Devastator.
Hi guys, I'm sitting here waiting for my son to get out from school and listening to the podcast. And I didn't hear my response played, and I checked, and it looks like I did not post my response to Spotify quick enough. Anyway, the question was, why does XP take so long to get? And my answer is dial up.
Dial up. That's awesome.
I legit see the process. What he was like, what?
For any kids listening that have no idea what dial up is, go ask your parents.
Ask him to get off the phone first. This from somebody we've never heard from before, Devosite. No.
Hey, this is your old pal Devo side again. Hey, still listening to the podcast, and
all right, I had to pause it. Is it just me, Joe?
Does that sound like a Slurpee?
Okay, no, yeah, of course it sounds like a Slurpee. It's just no.
Everything's a Slurpee to you.
Listen, stop it. Listen, listen, Linda, listen. He sounds like he could be Barry's brother. Because listen to his speech and his voice. He sounds like he could be related to Barry.
I was listening, and this whole trolls be a slurping. I'm kind of taken a little bit back by that. I am. Hold on. I consider myself a content contributor, and I really do. I really do. Hold on.
No.
Slurpee's so delicious. Anyway, I'm really here to help you guys and to back you up, and I just hold on.
Look here, brother.
Well, oh geez, oh brain freeze. Oh,
I'm gonna brain freeze you.
So delicious.
It's gonna be my finishing
anyway,
move.
well, just think about it, guys. I'm here for you. I'm here to
Oh,
help
there's
you
way
guys
too
out
much time on this. He's gonna do it again. He's
and
gonna
support
do it
your
again.
show. So. Anyway, so but
No. I knew you were doing it again.
Anyway, thanks for what you guys are doing. I'm gonna keep listening on here.
Five times slurp. Give us all right, so follow me here. Listen to this.
Hi guys, I'm sitting here waiting for my son to.
Okay, now listen to this.
What is that alarm? Oh, I said it to a speak pipe.
So Devastator is just Barry dropping his voice. Frauds! King of the fraud, Barry, is now trolling us not one way, but two ways. Scandalous. Scandalous, I say.
Oh,
Hey, this is Cheeky Nashville, and I got a question for Joe. What time is it, brother?
it is time for random trivia. And this week I'm going to talk about Tapu Koko, aka the land spirit Pokemon. He is an electric fairy type, popping up in raids all around. Grab him while you can. The Pokemon Sun Pokedex entry says this guardian deity of Melee is brimming with curiosity. It summons thunderclouds and stores their lightning inside its body. So that's why we have the Melee special research, and it's coordinated with Tapu Koko's release. Have fun. So for those that are unfamiliar, and I'm not hyper familiar, I haven't actually played Sun and Moon. I ought to, but I haven't. Sun and Moon, they did their own take on the gym system. Instead of going to different gyms, it's my understanding that you go to different islands and fight the island beasts.
That makes sense. Sure.
Yeah. And so, so this is Tapu Koko is available. He is a legendary type, or a legendary Pokemon, and I said electric fairy type earlier. He is, so all of the Tapus, my understanding, are all the same category, the land spirit Pokemon. So that's Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. And apparently Dooley is really looking wanting Tapu Lele. Apparently they call them totems. You go to the different islands and do the totems. So the name Tapu Koko, Tapu is apparently Hawaiian for sacred or holy, and Koko
Chocolate.
is Hawaiian onomatopoeia for roosters crowing. So holy crowing, holy crowing, Batman, Tapu Koko.
Newspaper's 5 cents.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, grab Tapu Koko while you can. So all of these tapus, they mentioned, Dooley said they call them totems, and they are based off of totem poles, the designs.
I can see that.
And each one is based off of one of the 4 major Hawaiian gods. So the or god of conflict, war and conflict. So this one specifically is based off of the Hawaiian god, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, Kuka Ilamoku.
That sounded pretty good, Joe.
So, yeah, I'm sure my sister could do a lot better. She lived in Hawaii for a long time and was married to a Tongan man. So, she
Did
would
he drive a Tongan truck?
I don't get the reference.
Oh, Joe, you didn't have
Tonka. I thought you said Tongan truck. I'm like, what's a
I did.
Tongan truck?
It's a play on.
Got it.
Just finish your stupid trivia.
Yeah, so get a Tapu Koko. I showed it to my kids when I was first battling it. They flipped out. They were like, "Oh!" It's
it's really cool to look at when you're doing it. It does the flex on you with the wings and stuff. I digs it a lot. So, all right. Okay, so Dooley is clarifying he wants the challenges that would get you the Tapus in the game. They all ended with fighting a totem Pokemon, which is a giant variant of a regular Pokemon. So very cool. Oh man, let's see, where are we here? Email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com, which I didn't even look at it tonight because I knew coming back from a week off we were going to be talking our butts off, and yet here we are talking our butts off. PokemonGoPodcast.com is where you can do the speak pipes, and thank you to Barrio. I don't know.
A berry site.
Bibbit. Thanks to Bibbit for calling in. Berry site, yeah. The king of the frauds, the original fraud. And Devasite for calling in. And I love those alarms. And it's great. And thank you so much. And I want to throw this challenge out to our listeners. You can call in the speak pipe. You can go to twitter.com/PokemonGoPod. You can do it through the question. I mean, the question is the question, right? But you can say, hey, and I would love for you to throw out for a character for me or Joe to use, like when we're doing the like I did the wrestling thing was just inspired. So is the oh, that's not the right one.
Take me to church.
The Southern Preacher, the Alabama Man. Just so throw out. Hey, I want you to do the experiences of the week. And
just don't suggest anything crazy offensive.
Yeah, just regular offensive is all we
really
want.
Yes, that's right. Just regular offensive, not crazy offensive.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to see what we can do, and I kind of want to see what y'all throw at Joe, see what he can do too. So that'd be a lot of fun in my book. Throw it. I like to say Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast, Twitter's @Pokemon Go, and Twitch.tv is Pokemon Go Podcast, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, where you can join the likes of another TV viewer, Devocite, Dooley Productions, joint effort. Hey, I got it. Laura Croft, which is not spelled the way you think it would be. Mark Schworm 668, just shy of 669. One day they'll get there. Civilian on base. Squishy Twitchy is back. And Tortugas Throws 27. I did it again, Joe. I put an R in there. It's Tugas Throws. I said Tortugas Throws. So you can join us on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Joe, where can they find you on the web?
They can find me on the Twitters at Joseph_Ard. And actually, I tweeted out during Johto Community Day. I was figuring I was working on a different quest line, an old quest line. I was like, hey, it says to get a new friend. So I just tweeted out and said, hey, I could use a new friend. And I got like 10 new friends out of that. So thank you for all those that added me as a friend for that.
Oh, Joe, aren't you? Say he's just a friend. You can find me, Rock Out a Pod, on Twitter and Rock Out a Podcast and across social media. I don't tweet out a lot. I am trying to get better about that. Instagram is Rock Out a Pod. And you just check out Rock Out a Podcasting all across social media or Charles McFall, and you'll find me. And tune in next week to hear Joe say,
I want all the puppies.